Ayo, back at it again with another video. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I haven't made a YouTube video in a while, and it is March Madness season, so it is time to make a bracket. So, round of 64, starting off in the South here, I'm going to go Auburn. I think Auburn's a really good squad. I think they can make it very, very deep in the tournament, probably a Final Four. Honestly, maybe even to a national championship appearance. Louisville and Creighton at 8 and 9. 8 and 9s are always tough. In my opinion, I'm gonna go Creighton on this one, but honestly, I could see it going either way. I think Michigan's a good squad. Texas A&M goes past Yale at 4 and 13. Ole Miss and North Carolina. I think North Carolina wins this one, and I think Iowa State wins this one. Marquette, New Mexico, Michigan State, and Bryant. I'm going to go Michigan State. Marquette. All right. Let's actually go into the East Quadrant over here. Duke. I'm going to go Baylor, Oregon, Arizona. I'm going to go VCU over BYU. I'm going to go Wisconsin, St. Mary's, Alabama. All right, moving on to the West. I'm going to go Florida. I'm going to go UConn, Memphis, Maryland. Excuse me. I'm going to go Drake, honestly. I went to Valpo, and we're in the Missouri Valley, and Drake is the Missouri Valley champion. So I'm going to choose Drake to win a game or two, depending. So I'm going to go Texas Tech. Honestly, the 6 and 11 game, I think Missouri wins, but I'm a Missouri Valley Conference fan, so I'm going to go Drake. St. John's, Kansas. I do want to preface this one. I do think Arkansas can win this one because Kansas is one of those programs that either gets a first round exit or a national championship appearance. It's one or the other. I do think Kansas wins, but I do think St. John steamrolls them in the next round. Tennessee, UCLA, Kentucky is another team kind of like Kansas. You can get bounced in the first round, or you can go deep in the playoffs or tournament, whatever you want to call it. Purdue, Clemson, Gonzaga, and Houston. All right, I'm going to go Michigan, Auburn. Honestly, I think North Carolina. I think Iowa State's good, but I don't know. I think North Carolina moves on. Michigan State, Alabama, Wisconsin, Duke, and Arizona. All right, moving down the bracket, I'm going to go Florida, Maryland. I'm going to go Drake again. Why not? St. John's, Tennessee, Kentucky, Houston. I'll go Purdue. All right, we're going to stay down here. So we got Florida, St. John's. I'm going to say Kentucky and Houston. Up here, I'm going to go Auburn, Michigan State, Duke, and Bama. I think Auburn wins that one. I think Duke wins that one. And I think, honestly, I could see St. John's winning, but I'm going to go Florida. And what's interesting is Houston and Kentucky kind of have the same logo, if you look at it. But I'm going to go Houston. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go St. John's. Why not? St. John's and Auburn, Duke and Houston. I'm going to go Auburn and Duke. I'm going to go Duke. So, that's my bracket. We will see if that is legit or if I'm a total fraud and I don't know ball. But whatever. We'll see how it turns out. So I do have Auburn making a very, very deep run. I see them going to the Natty, but I think Duke wins it. I do think St. John's is capable of a Final Four. I do think North Carolina has enough possibly to get to the Sweet 16. If you looked at that ACC tournament play, they were down big against Duke and they came back. So I feel like if you're able to compete against Duke even when you're down, I think that's a good sign from North Carolina. I think they can make the Sweet 16. I think they can. I do think VCU pulls off the upset against BYU. The only other upset that I see is just me being a Missouri Valley fan. Drake can go into the Sweet 16. But again, that's just me being very optimistic. But I don't know. I think it would be interesting. St. John's, Florida, Houston, Kentucky. My final four, we got Auburn, St. John's, Duke, and Houston. So, and I got Duke winning. So, that is my men's bracket. I'm going to try and do one here in a moment for the women's bracket. So with that, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.